I forgot my other hand. We're live. We're live.
Only one part of your brain is working tonight.
There we go. Yeah, it's only one hand.
Oh, it's
only one-handed.
To do with something.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Welcome.
Come on in.
Welcome, everybody, to CNC in Conversation. We always forget to sort of introduce the shows.
I know.
So I'm making a point
last
of
week
it.
Last week was fun when we pre-taped and then we were commenting with everybody.
Yeah, let's just go on there now. Can you?
Let's do it that way.
Last week was so fun. Let's forget this.
Today's already a bummer. So
here we go again. We try to start off positive. No, it was fun. We pre-taped. Yeah, go for it.
No, go ahead, because I'm reaching for something.
I was going to say, we pre-taped out of necessity, but it was fun to be able to actually comment back to people. But usually we do those comments live on the air. So if you are with us, feel free to comment, and we will try to address your comments.
And like I said, I was very jealous of I was very jealous of myself on screen last week. I was like, what about me? Having my drink and like people looking at me. Okay. All two of those people looking at me.
Are you saying you want to do these shows every night of the week? Is that what you want?
I would be getting okay with that. Yeah. I would be okay with it.
Okay. All right. We don't know that many people.
No.
We'll be like done in 2 weeks. Well, guys, that's it. Our series has ended.
That's not true. We could keep it going for at least 6 weeks.
I think, you're probably right. You're probably
okay. Here's my little positive thing. I've never had one of these before, and I got them at Trader Joe's today, and I'm so addicted. And I don't know how I've never had them before.
What?
Gooseberries. Where am I?
Oh, I love gooseberries. I love to use them in place of tomatoes in a salad.
When I eat them, my brain goes, "You're about to eat a tomato," because that's what it looks like, but it doesn't taste like it. It's like sweet. It's sweeter.
And tart.
And tart.
Yeah.
And because you know me, like when I discover something that I've never had before and I have to obsess about it for a little bit. So I did some research. You know they were banned? They were banned in the United States for a while.
Gooseberries were banned.
And are still not allowed in like I think maybe Delaware, North Carolina, like a few places. Not allowed.
Are they poisonous? Why would they be banned?
I just ate a bunch. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. I mean, it was a very...
so your research involved reading the title of the article.
I don't know. I read some of the title, but it didn't actually have the reasons
Only
why
some of the title. You only read some of the title.
Some of the article. So I have to go back and find another article that has like the reasons why.
Oh.
Because this is just like one of the short ones. No, it just says it's banned up until a few years ago, and this was written in 2015, and now it's allowed in most places except for these few, states.
Okay, somebody who's watching, please research while we're on air.
Why were gooseberries
and tell us why they were banned. They're
so good.
Because I buy them all the time. They're very good.
How? I've never even seen them.
I've been using them for years.
I'm at least very worldly.
By years, I mean like 2 years, maybe.
Okay. So after they were,
not that long.
They were like when they were brought back.
Yeah. I guess so. I didn't know that, but that's I guess what happened is they were re-released into America, and I found them.
Yeah. Well, they're delicious.
And that's our cooking show portion of the evening. Thank you for joining us. Well, how was your week? I know we did our Monday morning show on Wednesday this week, so it hasn't been that long since I saw you.
No. Week's been okay. My body's falling apart.
Welcome to the club.
But that's been happening for a long time now. So that's been doing that. Oh, something else happened, but I got to tell you off air. I can't tell you because it's too gross. It's
Was it the green juice story?
No, but I will tell that one. I drank a whole thing of green juice like this size today. And I was like, I don't know if I might have to run out.
It's a bad idea to drink that much.
Yeah, my stomach was just like so loud. It was like when I ate cherries all day and then went our guest, who is on tonight actually, when we went to go see a play that she directed. And my stomach was just like, ooh, the entire play.
Lisa Valenzuela, thank you for joining us. I love Lisa Valenzuela. Lisa Valenzuela has a lovely voice, by the way.
Oh, so. Sing something, Lisa. Let me see. I hate when people do that. Do something.
Yeah, do something. Sing for us now.
You do something.
Tell a joke. What
do you do? You do it.
Do a monologue.
My dad's cousin.
We're gonna ask our next friend to do that. Our next guest.
My dad's cousin was an amazing pianist who played for the Boston Pops.
She's singing. She's singing for us. Good. See, I told you she was good.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
And I remember, I remember at Thanksgiving, a family member was like, just play something. He was like, no, I get paid for this. I was like,
good for you.
You're a cool dude. Yeah.
Good for you. I truthfully, people will ask me to sing in public, that's not a performance. And I just hate it because I don't like to be eye to eye with people and sing when it's not something I have planned to be on stage or what, if it's not rehearsed. I'm not a jammer. That is a nightmare to me. I have had so many people be like, you should come sit in and jam with us. I'm like, I don't jam.
Oof.
That's not
God.
That's not my jam. These are the jokes, guys. No, that's a nightmare to me, is to when somebody just asks me to just sing. And which is why I guess it's PTSD from my mother taking me to piano bars before I was of age. And sing, Christina, sing. She had a lovely voice. She's beautiful. Sing, Christina. Yeah.
So your mom's Drew Barrymore's mom?
Yes.
She's taking you all to clubs and
yes. Ask my
Jay
sister
Barrymore
Lucy, who my sister Lucy, poor thing, was 6 years younger than me. So if I was in high school, she was in junior high or elementary school.
Yeah.
And depending on the year. And she would be sleeping on a booth while we were in the piano bar.
That sounds like so much fun, though.
These aren't lies. That's true. And always, she would make me sing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." Always.
Of course, she loves Evita.
Of course.
It's yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I
drink for singing.
Yeah.
I think we've all drinks for singing a lot.
Yep.
So would you prefer, because you've performed at a lot of different places and sizes, and I have as well, and I prefer, and I wonder if this is true for you, the bigger the venue, the better for me.
I don't know. Because it's kind of more the situation and what it is. I get freak out. I don't like to see anybody's faces. But if I'm soloing, I don't know, I just get nervous now. When I was younger, I wasn't nervous. I would just I know I can sing. Now, as I've gotten older, I'm I can't sing. It's stupid. So, yet I'm a singer for career. Smart.
How was your week? Did you watch any of the impeachment?
Oh, by the way, a little bit. Oh,
before we get into impeachment.
A gift from our friend Tom Bartos from Dirty Lennon, Basil Hayden.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm a Maker's girl, but Basil Hayden.
I love a Basil Hayden. Yeah.
So this was a little gift from Tom, and I am enjoying it quite a lot. Tom, if you're out there, thank you. Cheers.
Yes, thank you.
You're drinking a rose in a can.
Well,
is that what you said?
Rose in a can, y'all. Rose in a can. Oh, this was my favorite part of the impeachment today. Representative Castro came up at one point. I was listening to this on the radio as I was driving. At one point, he was like, I just caught the sentence. And he was like, and y'all, they stormed the Capitol. And I was like, Texas.
Yep.
And y'all, they stormed the Capitol.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think we all know it's not going to go where many of us would like it to go. But I agree that the Democrats have laid out quite a good case and that Trump's lawyers are kind of bungling idiots.
Buffoons.
At least, yeah. One more than the other, but yeah. Should we bring on our guest?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is our dear friend. Oh, gooseberry. Oh, Sarah Cunningham. Thank you. She did the research for us. Gooseberries and currants were banned because they served as an intermediary host of white pine blister rust.
Oh,
what is that? I don't even know what that is. That means nothing.
Fungus? Is that something that kills trees and plants? I think.
Oh,
I don't know, Sarah. You gotta do more research.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, let's bring on our dear friend, who is one of the finest actors in LA and beyond. This is our friend, Fran DeLeon. Hello.
What if we were just in LA?
Just in LA, yeah.
I did. I enjoyed
finest actor in Sherman Oaks.
Yes, in the 91401 area code.
That's a zip code.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, you know what? Numbers.
Math is hard.
Math is so hard. It's hard to tell them apart, really.
That's why she's on stage, guys. That's why she's pretty.
So pretty. Hello, Fran. Thank you for joining us.
Hi. Thanks for having me. Oh, I feel like I need to take a drink now since Claudia.
Well, cheers.
We should.
Welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers. What is your
What is in here?
What are you having?
Well, I'm having the I feel like, am I already drunk? Maybe.
I think you might be.
I might be. The vodka that Chrissy turned me on to, which is the grapefruit and rose. I guess it's a theme tonight, Claudia. Yeah.
Grapefruit rose vodka.
Yes, and
we've talked about it a lot on the show.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because it's worth it to talk about it. Plus, they get
they should sponsor us.
Rite Aid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Should,
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think she's talking to Fran. Beam.
That's my sister. That's totally my sister.
But she's right.
But the next thing that is going to come on will be like my mom saying, "Oh, what will you sing?" I bet you. Please. You know.
Yes.
But
Nana, if you're watching, please encourage your daughter to sing for us. She doesn't. She's drinking a toast. Well, let's drink a toast to Beamy.
Yay, Beamy.
Cheers.
That's my sister Beamy, Montana.
Montana, that's right.
Yeah, which means she's a few drinks ahead of us because she's an hour ahead of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hi, Beam. That's actually fun to say hi, Beam.
Hi, Beam.
Hi, Beam.
Right.
Hi, Beam.
Yes.
Fran.
Claudia wants to be. Claudia wants you to say hi.
Oh, that's Claudia Beam. Can you please acknowledge Claudia? We've already established that she likes the extra attention, so it's okay. Yes, just yes. You get yes.
As much as you're gonna get.
Yes, she does. Hi for sure.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
She's having more fun than we are, I think.
I think so.
Thank you for joining.
Hi. Do you want to talk about your
my gift
in your mailbox?
Okay, you guys. Again, I'm going to pull it up on my phone just because I don't have this connected.
Because it's already gone.
It's
it's her burner phone too.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's my burner phone. So I got my mail today, and then there was a couple pieces that I was just going to throw away. Yes, hi Claudia. I was going to throw away, and as I picked them up on my table, this is what fell out of them.
Happy birthday to you.
And she didn't even share. You didn't even share.
Didn't share.
No.
Nothing.
I told you if you need it, I can just pull it out of the trash for you.
Well, I don't take drugs out of trash. It's not like
it's in plastic
or something, you know.
Trash cocaine.
No, dessert, yes, but not.
It's technically it's mailbox cocaine. But so weird. That's what I was wondering. Like, I was like, is this coke or is this anthrax?
Why didn't you call the police?
I don't know. Like, is that something I should call the police? I still have it.
Probably be. Yeah, I think.
Should I report it? I don't want to get our mail person in trouble, but maybe I should. I don't know.
It might not be your mail person.
Right.
Yeah. Well, now my fingerprints are all over it.
So it was you. It was you all along.
And you're like, officer, I don't know how this got
It's crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. Nuts. Like, no, I mean, that's not even, like, that's, cocaine is gross. I'm sorry. Sorry, friends, but it's kind of
delightful. But you should do it.
It was never my thing. Never my thing. But yeah, but I've got, if anybody wants it, it's there. So just, shoot me a text. If you need it. I'll pull it right out of the trash.
This is how you do it. So yeah, you don't deal on our show.
I don't think that's legal.
I'm not charging anyone.
Oh, it's free. So then it's not illegal.
It's pro bono.
Yeah, it's not illegal. It's not illegal for me to just give it to people.
No, it's just baking soda.
And you are Mexican, so
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, that was my surprise today. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Fran.
I'm happy to talk about that. As long as like I don't have to, perform or anything.
Oh, it's coming.
I have a question. I have a serious question.
Please.
So this came up in our little text group. What is that bar? The Standard. The Standard is shutting down, and you guys said you met there. So I want to hear that story. See, Richard knows.
The code word is Charlie. Oh, sorry. So if anybody needs that Charlie that came in my mail today. So yes, The Standard. So we have a mutual friend, Benito Martinez, who we had...
I like how you say it like that. You do it like the newscaster.
I'm a newscaster.
Yeah, we're always
I'm like a newscaster.
Benito Martinez. Yeah.
Benito Martinez.
I will preface. Let me just set the stage of The Standard, though. It's a very, it's not a place like I would think that any of us would hang out. Like I would never picture us actually hanging out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we hung out there. We met for a meal.
It was just, it's very like Hollywood.
Yeah.
I've worked there for like a New Year's Eve party.
Well, our friend Benito is very Hollywood.
He's Hollywood.
Very Hollywood. Hollywood.
Yeah, he's more not.
You can't see.
We were tagging along.
Yeah. But he kept telling us each for years, like independently would tell us, you have to meet my friend Fran. You guys are so much alike. You will love each other. And I'm like, yeah. And he would do the same to Fran. Mm-hmm. And finally we were like, okay, then fine. Let's set it up. Let us meet. And we had our other friend Carla Jimenez, who actually is another one.
Can you say it the way Can you say it the way you?
Carla Jimenez.
There you go.
Carla Jimenez.
Okay. Yeah.
Who that we all met at the Standard and had met for a meal, and then went to do karaoke at Amagi, which is it even still there? It's not.
I think it's.
I don't know. Actually, it's in Gower Gulch. It was Gower Gulch. I think it's gone. But that used to be like the place, in Hollywood. You would go for karaoke. You would go for karaoke, and we did. And we did nothing but, so our friend was lovely enough to basically set us up, right, as friends, setting us up. And we did nothing but harass him the entire night. Like, it was immediately we ganged up on him for the entire night and had so much fun doing it. He immediately regretted his decision.
Yeah.
But we became lifelong friends.
We did. That was the night that we fell in love.
We did. We fell in love that way. And Valentine's is coming, so happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. And we don't even talk to that guy anymore, so.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't talk to us anymore.
Actually, that's what it is.
Occasionally.
Right.
But maybe it's our fault. Now that I think about it.
Is it? Oh, because we made fun of him. So,
because we made a lot of fun of him. Yeah, now it makes sense, right?
That. Yeah.
It's kind of our fault.
Yeah. Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have. So thanks, Fran.
Okay, great.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Well, it was nice seeing you.
That was fun.
No, but seriously, let's I want to deep dive because you seriously are like, yes, you are, one of my closest, dearest friends, but you are seriously like one of the finest actors I've ever known. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do.
Thank you.
And I don't think anybody who's ever seen any of your work would disagree with me.
And you turn great director.
Yes. And that you've stepped into that hat as well now is just amazing. Like you are a true artist. And I know it's hard to take the compliments.
I know.
You're like,
I turned that into a joke. I really was. The little like joke wheels were turning, and they weren't doing too well.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
No, we're being serious tonight.
Accept the love. Accept the love. But it's absolutely true. Like you are just one of the best actors I've ever known. But I love the evolution too of we're gonna see. So I actually picked you sent me, but I decided I wanted to show the entire clip because it does kind of talk about your evolution as an actor, becoming an actor and accepting. But you've had I wanted to talk about Will and Company a little bit. Mm-hmm. You and Colin started this company.
Yes. Well,
but tell us about it.
I jumped on it. on it. Colin had started it before me probably when I was a child because he's like way old. Not old enough to get the vaccine, which really sucks. He's 4 years shy. Damn it.
Yeah.
He had started Will and Company, and then here we go again. Our mutual, not anymore friend, but we still love you, Benito Martinez. Benito introduced me to Colin. He actually brought me into Will and Company, and I know he's introduced me to.
He's our Kevin Bacon.
He is our Kevin Bacon. He really is. And so then that's how we met. And Will and Company started out as all Shakespeare for the most part, going into schools and that kind of thing, and then expanded into the college market. And I started doing a one-person show, and which I don't do anymore because I'm old. I realized, like when I first started doing it, I was doing a show, and the audience was Generation X. So I could pass for it because I was Generation X. Yeah. So then it was, and then like 10 years later, I'm still doing the show. Thank God. But then I was like, oh, well, hey, Generation Z. And I'm going, I don't feel like Generation Z, right? And then it gets like, and so like then 26, 7, 8 years later, which thank God the show is like still, going out there on tour. But now I realize my son is closer to them than I am. He's 17. And I'm I don't think I can do this show anymore. I don't think I can pass myself off as like, hey, let's talk college people.
But to be fair, that show, I mean, I feel like you could still do it. I mean, I just saw you do it a couple years ago after not having seen you do it for a while, but I just saw you do it a couple years ago, and you're doing, you're playing so many different characters in it that I honestly don't think your actual age matters.
Probably not.
I know it's your own thing, but
except for the first part where I talk about, us and our generation.
Well, yeah, okay. So maybe
then it gets a little bit weird. But I mean, I've been doing this show for like over 2 decades, and my family's funny. My brother says it's the family's Rocky Horror Picture Show because they can say all the lines along with me.
I've never seen it. Can you do it now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, please.
Oh, look, there's my mom saying, do it, Fran, do it. Okay, no.
Oh, see? Yeah, but it really is it's a remarkable showpiece for you. Like, I know it was intended for educational purposes, but it's also just a great showpiece because you are doing so many different characters. And when, originally I know you were doing the older guy, it was so many different age groups that you were covering that it's incredible to see you transform yourself into those.
It was fun. It was fun. And I mean, part of the reason too that we made it was because I wasn't getting any work. Yeah. Like back in the 90s, I mean, because I'm getting so much work now.
Right.
Well, I mean, we're all just like, whew,
yeah.
Goodness for COVID.
Swamped.
Never works.
Let's put it this way. I wasn't getting any auditions.
Yes. Okay. There you go. There you go.
So now I get the auditions. I don't get the work. But it was just a matter of like, we got to freaking make our own work. We got to do something.
Yeah.
And when you're brown, you got to do it yourself.
That's right.
So
well, that's kind of what inspired
CNC.
Claudia and I to do CNC. Yeah, we were like, we just got to make our own work. So we started with the live show, and I think that's it. It's
and your Monday morning show,
and our Monday morning show.
That's sometimes on Wednesdays.
It's occasionally on Wednesdays. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. And it's easier now. It's easier for us to do that, obviously, to create our own stuff. But even when we started the variety show, it came out of not seeing, we saw variety shows and there were a lot of people doing variety shows, but there weren't people of color.
You didn't see
a lot of people of color doing variety shows.
Yeah.
So it is that idea of seeing yourself and being, inclusive. It's not like we're all brown people in our shows at all. We we
got a lot of white people.
Just tonight.
A lot of white people.
Just tonight. Yeah, tonight we're all brown. But I mean that's a thing, and I think you're going to talk about that in the piece that we selected too. But
am I?
Yeah, you do. You talk a little bit about that. But but I also like some of the other pieces that you've done. I know like Boney's play and the
Boney B. Alvarez.
Alvarez, yeah,
great playwright.
And the calligraphy, and I mean, you've done so many great plays that are all people of color. It's just all it's lots of brown people.
Yeah, for
nice
sure.
To
because
see.
I mean, God, it's really. I mean, I'm lucky in living in LA and living around playwrights who write for that, and want to tell those stories because we have to. If we don't write them, then who will?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
and
Claudia
you can
mentioned
still write
earlier,
them and they won't get nominated.
That's very true. There's that.
Oh
too.
yeah. Hello, Golden Globes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Golden what?
Yeah. We're looking at you, Golden Globes. Yes. Yeah. Like, what the heck? What's up with that? Like, there's been so much. There's been so much.
Yeah.
That's nuts. This might be the first year I don't watch them in a long time.
I don't watch award shows for the most part. I
do.
I watch it for like the musical numbers. I like it for that.
They don't even do those anymore.
But then when there's no host, like what the frick am I watching for?
Yeah, right.
Well, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, I'll watch their monologue for sure.
I love them.
But we also know the Golden Globes is, like they get paid off and they're, you pay for that award and they want to take pictures with celebrities.
It's like the Hollywood, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I didn't know that you paid for your star.
Yeah.
Wait,
they have to approve. You apply and they approve you or not. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you pay for it.
Right.
Where am I from? Yeah. I'm from Hollywood Walk of Fame. I grew up right in Hollywood.
That's right.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I went to school at Blessed Sacrament. It's the big church right there on Sunset by Hollywood High. That's how people know. But I didn't go to Hollywood High. I went to Catholic school, parochial school at elementary, and then I went to Immaculate Heart, and I was raised by the rebel nuns who burned their bras, the Vatican II, total feminists. But then I still managed to get myself kicked out. And
that's our Franny.
That's me. But it was like total, blessing in disguise. I got to then start acting.
Don't you love that though? When people have you guys gotten that a lot in your life? Like, where are you from? That because you're not blonde or
right.
Oh yeah.
And then it's the where are you really from?
What are you? What are you?
Oh,
what
especially
are you?
when I first moved out here, it's just like,
I'm
what
a
are
woman.
you?
Yeah.
In high school too. Yeah.
Well, my favorite is they say, well, where are you from? And I go, Hollywood. And they go, no, where are you really from? And I go, well, that's a funny story. I'm actually from downtown LA because I thought the Good Samaritan was in Hollywood, but it's in downtown LA.
They don't get it. You parlayed your tremendous acting talents into directing of late in the last.
I just like that word, parlayed.
Oh,
it just sounds like I did.
I was like, she's using fancy words.
She's like, yeah.
I'm sorry. So you started directing.
There you go. I switched.
But you started doing something else.
I thought she was speaking French for a second. I'm like,
parlez-vous?
You parlez-vous français? Mm-hmm. Yes. So I've been directing more than acting lately.
Yeah. And one of the pieces that actually was just recent during COVID times, I love the video piece that you put together.
Yeah.
The valor, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Whatever you call it. I'm not sure. What do you call it?
I say valor. It didn't even occur to me to call it valor until we did a watch party with Center Theater Group, who asked me to make this video. And Aurora, who hosted the watch party, said, I like to call it valor. And I'm like, oh my freaking God. Like, it never even occurred to me. Good job being connected to those Filipino roots, Fran.
Yeah.
But
can you tell people, we know what it is, but can you tell everybody what it was about, basically?
Yeah.
Nutshell.
So I was supposed to write a play about the Filipino American veterans and do a library reading with Center Theater Group, and then shut down by the pandemic. And so I was like, okay, I guess we're done. But Jesus Reyes at CTG sent me an email and said, do you want to make a video of it? And I said, sure. What? No, how? It was supposed to be a play reading. And quite honestly, like, it was not really done, the writing. And so he said, well, just do it on the research and the things that you found out about your family. You've been talking to me about it. And I he was fascinated by all that. So thank God for Google. And I just started, pulling all this information of what I had drawn upon. And I had also asked my mom to come over, sit across from me in the dining room, a Blue Yeti mic in front of her. And I said, I'm just recording this just so that I can go back and have my notes. But I used her recording in the documentary and pretty much let her story lead where the personal aspects of the story would go. And it was about the Filipino American veterans of World War II. And my dad was one of them. He was a guerrilla soldier in the Philippines. And they've never been completely honored. They have just recently been given the Congressional Medal of Honor, which is civilian. It's not military. And they never got all their benefits, which were revoked. And most of them are gone. Most of them have left us. So yeah, it was a little tribute to them.
It was beautiful, and it was a lot of history that, of course, we don't learn about. We don't know a lot about that. So
no. And my big thing is like it's the Filipino American veterans of World War II, and this is American history.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like let's start calling it what it is. It's American history. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Like there was all the Latinos in World War II as well, and other wars that never got any credit, any commendations, nothing, and it's a tragedy. I'm gonna plug it right now. Like, go to YouTube, look for Valor by Fran DeLeon, and it's 20 minutes. It's really well done. It's really great. I think it's fantastic. I have a couple of photos to share that I thought would be fun for people. They're not personal photos, just so you know.
Is it the one where we had like cake on our face from somebody?
No, you don't. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that. But we've been talking about some of this stuff, so I want to say. So this was look at baby Fran.
Look at
baby Fran. It's baby Fran.
Look like Blossom.
I was hiding nuts in my cheeks. Winter. Look at that little squirrel.
So was this like one of the first photos for Faces?
That was the first
That was
promo photo for Faces. I was, okay, here's the weird part, because I look at it now, I'm like, God, I look like I'm 15. I was 26, you guys.
Yeah. No, well, you still look like you're 15, so that's...
I don't know.
Okay. 25?
I took a shower and I washed my hair and I did all that because you guys put the photo of my headshot, and I was like, shit, people are going to look at that picture, then they're going to tune in and be like, what the hell?
Huh?
Who was that? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was kind of wishing you would have put like a less attractive picture. So then,
no, why would we do that? So this is with our friend Tiffany, who was a guest as well. Yes, this is hilarious. Can you tell us what show this is from?
So this was The Tempest, and I played Caliban, who was it's Shakespeare, and Caliban was a little monster, and so I thought, oh, okay, I want to do something, with half my face. And I thought about, I'm not kidding you, I thought about Legends of the Fall, and Anthony Hopkins and the Tristan. Yeah, so that was what that was based on. Yeah. That's exactly what I did. And I'm like, okay, I want to do it. And so I did the makeup myself. There were no prosthetics. I just held my face, the half of my face like that for a 2-hour show.
That's dedication.
Oh, that was dedication. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. This one. I love this. I love it.
Yes. This was at South Coast Rep. I can't remember what show it was, but anyway, that was my outfit. That was a really cute dress.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the glasses. I love the hair. I love everything about it.
It was the costume designer decided to make the character kind of like a Eris Apfel. Yeah. And so that was the look that we were going for. But then when I look at it, I'm like, that is totally my
mom. Well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, well, that's my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Totally. This one.
This was calligraphy, and in the wheelchair is a phenomenal actor, Jeannie Sakata, who's actually one of the main reasons why I wanted to do that show, was to be able to be on stage with her, and figured if I work with her, I know I'm going to be a better actor at the other end of it. And so yeah, I guess that's me putting on lip gloss or something. I felt like a Barbie doll that whole show, because the costume designer was so much fun and came up with like this whole I don't know, whatever you call that. Those things, the pictures that
concept.
They draw. That too, yeah.
Rendering.
Yes, I'm just gonna have another drink for a second.
Well, that's why I'm making you talk, so I have time to drink.
Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, I was like her Barbie doll, and so she put me in all these great costumes, and I kept that shirt.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
And then this.
And then that was Shonda Rhimes for The People, and I guested. This was the first one that I did, and then they brought me back for another episode, and I was really excited, because then I got on set and Tom Verica said, "Hey, welcome back, you're recurring." And I literally was like, "Recurring? Did you hear that? He said I was recurring. I'm recurring." Yeah. So
every actor's dream.
Every actor's dream. And that the second time they brought me in, I had no lines. I didn't speak. Somebody hands me a folder and says my character's name, and then when I watched the show, they see the back of my head. Yeah, but then I thought, well, that's okay though.
Welcome to Hollywood.
And then I'm like, season 2, I'm gonna, they'll bring me back. They didn't.
Welcome to Hollywood. Yep,
yeah,
that's right.
They didn't help. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. That was fun. I love all those. All right. Yeah. I would love to show. I have to
say,
go ahead.
Because our friend Sarah was here, who also wrote for the show that I was on, which is That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I don't.
Well, that didn't come up in my Google search.
Oh, well, I mean, I look fantastic in that, I have to say. I was 30 years old. I had braces because I didn't have braces as a kid.
Oh, I remember this photo now. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was always working I was always getting cast as a teenager in my 30s. So I booked the show. They call me. Wardrobe says, bring some stuff if you want to, of your own. And I said, okay, great. So high school. And she said, I'm sorry, what? And I go, the age of the character is high school, right? And she said, well, Raven is 13, so you're playing her classmate. That's middle school?
Oops.
Like, fuck me, is my thought. So I go on set. I drive myself to set, and then I hide my car keys.
Unlike all the other actors, yeah.
Yeah, had to hide my car keys. Sitting in hair and makeup, they're all there. Raven and the other people that are on the show, and then all of a sudden, hey guys, you ready? And every hands off, and they all get up and they walk out, and then I'm there, and my woman also put her hands up as well, and I went, okay, I don't know, maybe it's the principals. And she said, honey, do you have to go? And I said, do I have to go where? To class. Do you have to go to school? The tutor's here, the on-set tutor.
You're like, no, I brought my own teacher.
Yeah, and that was my stock answer. I'm over 18.
Yeah, I'm legal 18. Cool.
I'm 30, you guys. I'm 30 when I did that show. I swear to God, I thought I was going to get fired. I was just waiting to get fired. And when it ran, my nephew watched it. And he called me to tell me he watched it. You know what I was doing when he watched it? I was in labor. I was giving birth. That's when.
That's for an after-school special.
That is quite the opposite of my experience, because I've always been as large as I am. Like, I was 5'10" at 14, and so it's just always been like,
yeah.
There's like dance auditions, like. They'd split it up between like 9 and 12, and then 13 to 18. And it's like, oh, you need to go in the one.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm a kid.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to show your video.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I'll just sit here.
This is great. You just sit there and drink. You'll be tiny on the screen right now. I didn't do this right. Hold on.
Do I have to be on the screen with me on the screen? Is it like a double?
Before I take you out, I can take you out.
Yeah, take me out.
Okay.
No.
Oh, come on.
Here we go.
Chrissy's always wanted to take me out.
All right, here we go. Enjoy.
1. I'm 6 years old, and every morning I sit in front of my mom's antique armoire with 3 movable mirrors. This is my performance space. In the drawers, I keep the tools of my trade readied for my ritual, where I methodically place makeup items on a laid-out hand towel, lipstick, powder puff, bottle of Johnson's baby powder. White face, red lips, I'm ready for my scenes to be acted over. I improvise, soliloquies, and sing arias in made-up languages. All my work is original. My repertoire expands. When Mom takes us to see the movie version of the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, I learned the entire soundtrack because I am in love with 3 things. 1, the music moves me in ways I do not yet have the vocabulary to describe. 2, Ted Neely, who plays Jesus. Oh yeah, Ted, with those piercing blue eyes. I don't know how to love him either. But he's giving me feelings. And not the kind you're supposed to have at 6 about Jesus. And 3, Yvonne Elliman, who plays Mary Magdalene, because her voice, right, is sweet, like honey. Her performance is true, and because she looks like me. Ooh, this is the first time I'm ever experiencing this. Someone up there looks like me. Now, while Ted Neely awakes my romantic, Yvonne Elliman awakes my dream. This is what I want to do, and I can do it. But before I can say it out loud, every other movie I watch, I don't see me. So no matter how much baby powder I put on my face, I can't make myself look like them. So I stay at the armoire, and how many ages hence? Flash forward to 6th grade. Blessed Sacrament, when Miss Barberi, the most beautiful teacher in our school, assigns us these skits that have messages, like after-school specials. Mine is a two-hander in which my character is torn when her friend is shoplifting at a department store. Now, the truth is, I'm actually more like the shoplifter than the friend in real life, so I'm playing against type. My character has this huge dilemma, and I love every second of those lofty 3 minutes in that scene. And when Miss Barberi waves me over at recess, puts her arm around me, and pulls me in so close that I am breathing in her gentle perfume, Anais, Anais, you're a very good actor. You're very real up there. You should be taking lessons, maybe even auditioning. This is big, because Miss Barberi, she is an actor. She's been on Simon and Simon. I mean, surely she knows what she's talking about, right? She reawakes my dream. I get a commercial agent, theatrical agent. I'm auditioning and auditioning and auditioning. But the truth is, it's 1983, and there's just not a lot of room for actors who look like me. 2 years later, I'm a freshman at Immaculate Heart, and somehow I find myself playing the main role in the skit that my class is presenting. We are the FBI freshmen, and I'm playing the detective. So I fashion myself into an Edward James Olmos from Miami Vice. I get the trench coat, paint on my mustache, slick back my hair, and hide it underneath a hat, because despite my school being run by rebel nuns of the Vatican II, who are giving us an incredibly feminist education after they burned their bras, we still all assumed that all detectives were men. At the end of the day, English Lit and Shakespeare teacher Carmen Hill congratulates me. You were fierce. You commanded. It was almost like you disappeared and you were channeling, I don't know, some kind of Eddie James Olmos. Right? This is big. I mean, she teaches Shakespeare. She's got to know what she's talking about. Except the drama teacher, she never comes anywhere near me, never approaches me. And as much as I value Carmen's opinion, if the drama teacher doesn't see it in me, well, then maybe I don't really have it. For totally unrelated reasons, I get kicked out of Immaculate Heart at the end of my junior year. You know what? Go to my website. You can read about it there. So, having totally shamed my family and myself with the expulsion, I have nothing to lose. I decide it's time. Why not just say what you've been wanting to say since you were 6? I sign up for Drama 101 at my new school, Glendale High. And in our first week, we had to perform a monologue for our teacher. This giant of a man in stature, voice, and energy, Mac Duggar. So I go through Duggar's bookshelves, I pull out Samuel French monologues for students. Female, young, dramatic, the mad woman of Shiloh. I didn't know how to pronounce it then. I still don't know how to pronounce it now. But with that monologue, Mr. Duggar moves me from Drama 101 to 102. This is big because there is no 103. Now, in my first year as a theater major at Glendale College, the head of the department, a small man with a very large mustache, leans into me as I sit in front of a makeup station. He talks to me through our reflections in the mirror to say, you know, you would be perfect to play Allée in Lion in Winter, except you look about as much like a French princess as I do. My second year, he tells me if I want to get cast in The Nerd, then he'd have to cut my long hair to make a Connie Chung hairdo, you know, so I could possibly look like a newscaster. I start to say, are you frickin' kidding me, you racist bastard? But it comes out as, sure, I'll do it. he doesn't give me the role. He gives it to a blonde non-theater major, and he doesn't make her cut her hair. It's clear I need to get out of Glendale College, so I applied to Cal Arts, and I auditioned with Portia from Julius Caesar. And I get my acceptance letter, except I realize I don't have the money to go to Cal Arts, and I'm not brave enough to take out massive loans. So I defer for a year, giving myself the condition that if I don't get a paying acting job in this year, back to school it is. Every week, I go to the newsstand and pick up Dramalog. Remember that? With the shiny paper? Yes. The months fly by, and suddenly, it's August, no paying job. And in the 11th hour, my pager goes off. Remember those? And I'm off to an audition for the 12th Night Repertory Company. Not that they do any actual Shakespeare. I'm given sides that remind me of Miss Barberry's skits, but better written, more theatrical after-school specials. And I'm going into schools for these performances. Educational theater. I cut my teeth with those shows, and there is no better training that you could give an actor because no one will call you out on your shitty performance faster than a 13-year-old kid in a school auditorium in a school assembly at the cafetorium. A couple years later, 1995, I've been touring the country with an interactive show for colleges, and my New York booking agent calls. Hey, Franny, a couple of the colleges want you to come back and do a diversity workshop for them. Diversity workshop? I don't do workshops. I mean, call Cornell West. The schools think that since the students already like you, they're going to listen to you about this whole multicultural thing, blah, blah, blah. It's hot right now, you know. Okay, but I'm really an actor. Can I do a play about multiculturalism? I don't know. Can you? So I do. Colin and I create 8 characters from interviews, and I'll play them all. Male, female, gay, straight, different ethnicities in states unborn and accents yet unknown. And every time that fear wants to take over, I just go back to Carmen's words. It was like you channeled an Eddie James almost up there. I can do this. The LA Times slammed me. The Aryan Nations threatens to bomb me. The United Nations Association gives me a standing ovation. 2 years ago, I'm workshopping a new play for Gabe Gomez at the Pasadena Playhouse. He finds out about my show. It goes to colleges, huh? I teach at a college now. I have a budget. Will you come? You have a budget? Of course I will come. Where do you teach? Glendale College. Yeah. Oh, I'll come. Walking into that theater, it doesn't seem very familiar. A lot of changes from the seats in the house to the head of the department. When I enter the dressing room, though, it is exactly the same. I mean, I think I even recognize some of the busted wobbly chairs from 25 years ago, because let's face it, the theater department dressing rooms are where old chairs go to die. I sit at the makeup station. Same one that I sat in when I was 18. And I start my ritual, lay down my hand towel, methodically place my tools, lipstick, powder puff, but no more Johnson's baby powder. I don't need to whiten my face anymore. My brown one is good enough. Post-show Q&A, a young girl raises her hand. I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you. I'm Filipino-American, and I always feel invisible, you know. But then I'm watching you from here, and you're up there, and you look like me. It's like I feel like somebody finally saw me. Do you get that? Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Thank you for sharing that with me, and thank you for reminding me. I gotta thank Yvonne Elliman, because she looked like us too. Thank you.
It's so good. So good.
Do you want to share the epilogue of that?
The epilogue is that we got to meet Yvonne Elliman a few years ago.
I was going to say, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, at a Jesus Christ Superstar sing-along where Yvonne Elliman and Ted Neely were both there signing things.
And
we got to be there like early enough that we got to like chat with them and talk to them and pictures and things, and they were phenomenal. So lovely.
I mean, wonderful. And I have a picture now because, of course, I couldn't breathe, and I wanted to tell her, like, oh my God, the reason why I'm an actor is because of you. And so I'm, all of this is like, I'm just vomiting this on her, and I like have no recollection really of our conversation. But then later that night, her assistant text says, give me your phone number. I'm going to text you a picture that I took of the two of you. And we had taken pictures, right? The whole like, hey, but the picture that she got was when I tell Yvonne, you're why I was brave enough to become an actor. And Yvonne we're on first name basis now. Yvonne held my hand and she kissed it. Oh. And that's the picture that I have of me with Yvonne Elliman. And then, and then of course, Ted Neely and talking to Ted Neely. That didn't go over as well though, because I said I had feelings for you at 6. It wasn't so popular with him. But the rest of it was great.
I'm sure he enjoyed that secretly.
I'm sure he did.
Yes, you're getting lots of great comments. Oh, go ahead.
I will also say that it was a sing along, and Chrissy, when we got to Gethsemane, was just like, "Don't sing, nobody sing." And we're like, "Sorry,
I just wanted to hear Ted Neely."
No, not only did we sing, we said all the words too.
Everything. I mean, of course. My pictures with Ted Neely are me crying, just like.
Oh, I know. He was so soft too.
He was very soft.
He was soft.
I remember with Yvonne, Alina told her, "You're badass," and she went, "Is that good?" Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she was wonderful. They both were wonderful, and
and like so open. They stayed and did autographs. And,
oh my God, forever
friendly
for like an hour.
Yeah, so friendly. He is Jesus. If there was a Jesus, he's Jesus.
He's totally Jesus. He's still Jesus.
Friends. He's Jesus.
From the pictures that he posts on Instagram. If you don't follow him, follow Ted Neely. Or follow Jesus.
Amazing.
Oh. We should pop up some of these compliments.
I know. We've got let's see. Yay, so great from Sarah Cunningham. Uh-huh. Oh, wow, brilliant. Thanks from Richard Malmos. And of course from Beam, your wonderful baby sis.
Thanks, Beam.
It's all true. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
This was fun. What better than to talk about our wonderful, talented friends.
Thank you.
So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Those of you who have not subscribed to us yet on YouTube, why not? Go to Studio CNC.
I saw Sarah Cunningham just did. I just checked.
Yay.
There you go.
All right. Please subscribe. We've got this stuff coming every week. We do Monday morning. Meet us Monday morning at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Not 8:30 a.m. Yeah. 8:30 a.m. We do a Pacific time. We do a Monday morning check-in. Usually it's on Monday mornings. And then Friday nights, we've got this great talk series with our super talented friends. So join us every Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And
like this and all the things. Fran, where can they find you? It's on there, but announce it.
They can find me.
Nobody reads. Nobody reads.
Now I'm going to have to read. Do I have my glasses on? Yes. FranDeLeon.com. You can see all that video again if you want to watch it, and some other storytelling shows that I did. And then, find out all the other things that I'm working on. A couple of new projects coming up. So those are exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's on Instagram at I am Fran DeLeon.
Oh yeah, I'm on that too. It's not nearly. Okay. It's
but go to her website.
Pictures,
go to her website. Yeah. And Victoria Smith just commented, "Fabulous, Fiani."
Well, thank you, Beaky.
Thank you, Beam, for subscribing. Beam's going to subscribe. Thank you. All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
you, everybody.
Much.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you again very soon.
See you Monday. Oh, it's President's Day on Monday, so nobody has an excuse not to tune in.
Oh, so maybe you guys won't be on.
E Supreme, love you, Franny and Chrissy. It's Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Thank you for watching tonight. All right, we better sign off at some point. All right. Otherwise, I'm going to need another drink, and this one's empty.
I know. Right. I need one too. Well, maybe we'll fill up.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Keep smiling.